Hello everybody, welcome to Mr. Bob. You fucking working on my intro. Hello everybody, welcome to Mr. Bobcats podcast. I'm your host Will.
Your host Chris.
Host Dimitri.
Well, Dimitri is our guest today. He was an attendee at the game.
Alright, restart this shit, bro.
I'm not restarting that shit. This is our special guest Dimitri. He's a Hawks fan, so you can probably imagine how he's feeling right now. And
all good.
News. What?
I said it's all good. 1 out of 82.
Yeah, exactly. But breaking news: the Charlotte Hornets have more wins than the Carolina Panthers. So, round of applause, Steve Clifford. Getting into the game, the final score was 116-110 Charlotte Hornets. I'd say PJ Washington is our player of the game with 25 points. I would take that any day out of the week. LaMelo got off to a very slow start, but he bounced back in the second half, finishing. My screen's all fucked up. LaMelo Ball had 15 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Brandon Miller had 13 points. I say that's pretty decent for a rookie debut. Mark Williams, 13 points, 15 rebounds.
Yeah.
Looking like a top 10 center in the league, maybe. Gordon Hayward was flirting with the triple-double. JT Thor came in and gave some decent minutes. Rozier kept us going in that first half. But to be honest, I think we got a little lucky because DeJounte Murray and Trae Young put up fucking stinker.
Yeah.
Well, Dimitri, you were at the game, so what are your thoughts?
Very disappointing performance. Terrible shooting performance. But I think Trae and DeJounte went, 4 for 26 combined.
5 of 29 from 3 as a team. 4 for 19 for Trae Young, 3 for 14 for DeJounte Murray.
I also noticed that Trae Young's 14 out of his 23 points were from the free throw line. Dimitri?
Gotta take it how it comes.
Merchant conversation?
No, take the ball to the hoop, get fouled, shoot free throws. So it works.
But overall, the game, it was very sloppy. I thought, especially in that first half, watching Brandon Miller, immediately 3 fouls, which is something he struggled in the Summer League with. And I'm like, what the hell? Had 10 turnovers halfway through the second quarter. But Terry Rozier really saved us. Rozier, Hayward, Mark Williams in the first half kept us in the game. LaMelo had an absolute stinker, really, for the whole game, but the first half he was 0 of 8. How about that snatch block on Trae Young by Mark Williams?
All season.
I think Mark Williams is I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to overreact. I feel like he's already at his ceiling, but if he's doing that, I don't think I need any more from him as a center. I think he does plenty just defensively. I already think he's top 10 defensive player in the league.
That's definitely his thing. He's definitely just an anchor down there. He clogs that paint because of offense.
I wouldn't say he's hit his ceiling yet because last season we didn't get to see much of him until the end of the season. This season will definitely prove what ceiling he can reach. And I'm also glad with PJ Washington that we paid him the money that we did. I think we got a little bit of a steal on that one.
Where do we put PJ Washington's scoring on the year? What are we looking for him to average? Do we think he's someone who can kind of take over Kelly Oubre's role, not as a shooter, but in the scoring aspect, hopefully more efficiently than Kelly Oubre did during his tenure with the Charlotte Hornets?
Well, I think when you see P.J. Washington at least 16 points per game, that sounds about right for the role that he plays in this team.
I agree. I think there's a floor of 15 points per game. Definitely average 16, 17 like Chris.
If he can continue scoring the way he does, I still remember last season's performance against, I believe it was the Thunder. What was it, 40? 42, yeah, that's right.
I look for him to almost play an Aaron Gordon role. Because, if you're going to be someone who tries on defense, can make those cuts, make timely passes, good shots, that would be a huge help. What are our predictions on the Pistons game? I haven't looked at the over-under yet. I'm guessing the Hornets are expected to win.
I think Hornets win, honestly. From what I saw it's a small sample size, of course, but based off what I saw last night, y'all a lot better team than people think.
Yeah, I would take us as well, to be honest. I just hope we don't underestimate our opponent because I always feel like we lose to the not as good teams, and then we will beat the decent teams. So I just don't want us to underestimate. Just go in there, play our game, and come out with a W.
What's a realistic expectation you think going forward? I think we can win at least 5 of those games, but like I said, it's very random. You never know what the Hornets are going to pull out of their ass.
I'm going to say, knowing us, we'll probably end up 5-5 after 10 games.
One thing I was really looking forward to is seeing LaMelo's improvement regarding shots at the rim. He had no 2-point field goals made. He attempted 11 threes, 15 shots in total, and the only 4 shots he made were threes. So I don't know if he's ever going to put on muscle or weight, or if he even practices these finishes at the rim, but I think he still avoids contact a little too much, and I feel like that's something that's really preventing him from getting to that All-NBA status as a player. So, how many rim attempts are we looking for him to take a game? I really think 7, because I still think he takes way too many three-pointers.
Yeah, for a player of his stature, I mean, you want him kind of attacking the rim more. I mean, he's pretty tall for a guard.
Now, let me ask. Do you think he's scared because of the amount of injuries that he's done recently? Yeah, that he doesn't want to attack the rim in case he ends up getting hurt again?
I think that's definitely, subconsciously that could be going through his head. But his whole career he's struggled finishing at the rim. But tonight was really strange how he just was not. 11-3. He's not Steph Curry, for Christ's sake. Like, I don't need him taking 11 threes, only 4 shots at the rim. I think it should be like a 3-to-1 ratio. Like, if he's taking 20 shots, I think I need like 12 or 13 of those at the rim.
I mentioned injuries because you look at one of his main injuries, which was his wrist, that came off of attacking the paint. Then you had an ankle injury. I believe it was when possibly P.J. Washington stepped on him, going for a rebound, and that was also in the paint. So it just seems like most of his injuries just happen in the paint, and it's, I think it's just his subconscious. Like, he's a little bit scared to, continuously go into the paint. So I know his last ankle injury was not in the paint. It was when he was dribbling the basketball. Most of his injuries have come from, either being in the paint, getting a rebound, or, attacking the paint, trying to, get a bucket. But, that's just from what I remember.
I think you should invest in some ankle braces, like Curry and Dre. Maybe stabilize those ankles.
Maybe he has cankles. Does LaMelo have cankles?
I don't know, he wears some socks or whatever those compression things are.
All I'm saying is whatever's going through his mind, or the lack of, the issue with many Hornets players, hopefully he doesn't think at all, so he just goes to the rim. Like, I don't care if he misses. I just want him to go to the basket. He's not a threat to get there. That really limits the rest of his game to be able to drive and kick out.
And that's the thing with Trey, too. He's small. He's a little undersized. But he still gets to the hoop, and he may not finish all the time, but he at least most likely gets a foul call, and that helps a lot, especially like for LaMelo, if you can at least get foul calls out of that. Like,
I also have trouble finishing.
Oh, yeah. We know.
Fuck.
What are our record predictions this year? I think 35 and 47.
I think we finish above 500. I'm going 43 and 39.
That's what we finished in 2022.
We already know Gordon Hayward's going to be on the IR, so that's just going to happen.
I want to trade him. I want to trade him and Rozier. I'm going to be honest.
But the problem is nobody's willing to take his contract.
You're gonna have to throw in maybe a second round pick in there or something.
The 2 years that we've made the plan, he's not even been available. He's been out.
Gordon Hayward for a first round pick. I think we can do that.
Our first round pick?
And Ashley Shamedy.
Okay, fine. And maybe, a side of Eric Collins?
Chris Dore, outro.
What is it again?
Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Bobcats podcast inaugural episode. Once again, I'm your host, Will.
Your host, Chris.
Your special guest, Dimitri.
We're supposed to introduce the special guest. The special guest isn't supposed to. Whatever. This is our special guest, Dimitri. Hawks fan. Yeah. Make sure to follow us. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and all that good stuff. See you next episode versus the Pistons.